Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In today's edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're featuring burnt treasures. Now you may recognize them as the artists that create unique, personalized boxes, jewelry, earrings, hair clips, and more. But now they have a second location here at the Still Goat Marketplace that features their original hand-painted lamps. Each lamp is uniquely designed, one more beautiful than the next, and honestly, this video doesn't do them justice. So, you'll just have to stop by in person to see burnt treasures and the over 100 other vendors here in this big green building called the Still Goat Marketplace. Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In this edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're continuing to feature our plants. Plants, herbs, flowers. This place is full of magic, colorful, bright, diverse, and that's just the staff. I'll let the video speak for itself. So stop by the Still Goat Marketplace to see the plants, herbs, flowers, and over 100 other vendors here in that big green building. Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In this edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're featuring eclectically vintage, tired treasures transformed. The artist, Katie, describes her creative style as vintage with a splash of leopard print, as she takes tired treasures and gives them new life, from refurbished furniture to lamps, coasters, plates, bowls, original paintings, and so much more. And Eclectically Vintage is also an elite Dixie Belle paint retailer, offering a wide variety of paints and colors, decals, and original items you just won't find anywhere else. So stop by the first floor to see Eclectically Vintage and Dixie Belle paints in that big green building called, you got it, the Still Goat Marketplace. Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In today's edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're featuring Mystic Thrift Emporium. As well as having a large assortment of clothing in a variety of sizes and styles, Mystic Emporium offers books, herbal teas, stones, perfumes, shoes, and so much more. You'll find Mystic in the back of the first floor, where you'll be greeted by a hot blonde when you arrive, so you can't miss it. So visit the Mystic Thrift Emporium and the over 100 other vendors here in that big green building called the Still Goat Marketplace. Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In today's edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're featuring Yinsmart, one of our newest vendors here at the Still Goat Marketplace. Is there anything more Pittsburgh than a Yins t-shirt? Well, your mom doesn't think there is. But here's the thing about Yinsmart. Not only do they have really high-quality t-shirts and sweatshirts, they pride themselves on supporting small local businesses. So every dollar you spend with Yinsmart stays in Western Pennsylvania to support other neighbors in growing their dreams. So stop in to see Yinsmart and the over 100 other vendors here in this big green building called the Still Goat Marketplace. Welcome to a new edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building? In today's edition of What the Hell is in That Big Green Building, we're featuring one of our most popular vendors, Get a Goose. People come in from other states just to buy a goose outfit for their grandma in Kansas, or to put a smile on a friend's face, or for their own front porch or front lawn. Not only are these outfits cute, beautiful, and simply fabulous, they're handmade by Get a Goose. Every detail, every thread, every vibrant button and flower is hand-stitched by Get a Goose. The detail in these goose outfits are incredible. Each outfit, like each goose, has an individual personality, from the Steelers fan to the Red Robin goose. Each character takes on a life of their own. Get a Goose feels that a beautifully dressed goose is the perfect way to send a smile. I dare you not to when you see them up close. You'll find Get a Goose on the bottom floor here in this big green building called the Steel Goat Marketplace. Do you ever wonder if you matter? If your life matters? If it makes any difference at all that you're here? It does. It doesn't just make a difference that you're here. It makes all the difference that you're here. Exactly as you are, with all your quirks and details, with your unique perspective and personality, all of it. In all of eternity, you are a one-time deal. There's only one you, passing through to grace us with your presence here in this playground of time. How extraordinary that you're here. We're all sparks of the great divine, I believe, here to bless each other and love each other, teach each other and annoy each other and challenge each other. Here to remind each other of things that matter more than other things, and that some things don't matter as much as we thought. Have you ever considered that you were prayed for before you even arrived? By your ancestors, by your family, by a kind stranger in a grocery store who noticed that your mother was full of you in her belly? A kind thought was sent your way, an intention of goodness for your life, a blessing for you from someone you'll never know. So, do you matter? Does your individual life matter? More than you know. You are anointed. You hold inside of you the blessing of your ancestors, the good intentions of strangers. You are meant to be here just as you are. You can't possibly get this wrong. It's enough that you're here. How amazing. How truly amazing.